Welcome to this program, Vivid View. All thanks to God. Hosting is Helis. Vivid View. Say and do it. Conflict resolution is the process by which two or more parties reach a peaceful resolution to a dispute. Therefore, the topic for today's discussion is conflict resolution and societal impacts. The guests will be introduced shortly after this break. Please stay with us. Vivid View, say and do it. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, the topic again is conflict resolution and societal impact. With me in the studio today is a community developer. Let's make welcome Musa Olanyinka.
Vivid View,
say and do it. Before discussion proper, please follow us on social media handles are displayed on the screen. Thank you again, Olanyinka.
Thank you so much.
So please, your perspective on this subject matter.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
My name is Musa Olanyinka. I'm the community developer, and I'm currently the yearly Young Africa Leaders Initiative for the Lagos. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for the beautiful question. When you talk about the conflict and conflict resolution to societal development, we talk about, because when we look around the world, we see a lot of conflict happen around us. And when we first talk about conflict, what is conflict? We talk about the serious disagreement between parties. So when there's serious disagreement between parties, it causes a lot of destructions to family, to political stability, to religious lives, and many others like that. So it has to do a lot. And when you talk about the conflict resolution, it's when the parties, because RDB, they know that the conflict will go a long way to so many lives and property. It's possibly they won't have started the conflict initially, because it is something that always gone to the extent that it destroys many things. For instance, you can look at what is currently happening in South Africa. Just for the past few days, more than 70 people have lost their lives because of the conflict. So after some time, they now come together and say, okay, let's sit down and then let dialogue. After what? After many lives have been lost. With those lives that have been lost, are they going to come back again?
No way.
But I mean they initially understand themselves, okay, what's going to happen? Can we sit down and do this and do that? It won't go to that extremes of many lives lost. Also, we look at what happened, recently happened between the Palestine and Jerusalem, Israel, where many lives also lost in there. So there are a lot of conflicts that really happen. And not only in the political stability, it's also happened in the family, it's happened in the self-image. That's what we call self-image conflict. Because, yes, because as individual, and that's the worst part. Because as individual, if you have your own, if you're having self-image conflict, it's the worst of it. It's the worst of the conflict. Because you won't be having time to believe in yourself, what you can do. You'll be your own antagonist. So we have the marriage conflict, we have the political conflict, we have the religious conflict, like what we are seeing in Nigeria. Like the politics and what we are also facing in Nigeria in terms of the politics, where some people are also clamoring for, to be settled. Like when we talk about agitation, the Yoruba, Oduduwa, the Biafra, At the end of the day, it's always resort to the conflict. But I didn't mean there always the time that these two parties will sit down. Okay, let's dialogue on this. It's not being something that will be seen as a destruction to lives, to properties. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. We're talking of the resolution. That's how to resolve this conflict. Like I defined at the beginning, it says when two parties reach a peaceful resolution to a dispute. That is what we are discussing. How do we, that takes me now to the next question. What are the major causes of the conflict types and steps as well?
Yeah, there are several major causes of conflict. It can be due with misunderstanding. It can be due with like what I initially said that's happened in South Africa. It also do with misunderstanding, because the South African, they are much, especially the lower class of the South Africans. They are more. They really love the president. I mean the imprisoned president now. That's Zuma, right? is somebody that, because it was part of the apartheid, and it was there for 10 years. So they really rallied behind. And when they realized that this man that they so much loved, now in jail, in prison, they now came out. At the end of the day, they started destroying, stealing people's items, belongings, and all that. So it has to do with misunderstanding. That's the cause as well. It took me the misunderstanding, and we can also talk about, when we talk about types, we have different types of conflicts. Like I've mentioned, we have the marriage conflict, because when you're also having issue with your partner, I don't know, because for instance, now there's someone who I so much relate to in my neighborhood, and when they're having issue with themselves, you see many things, like maybe a TV or some items they have bought for many years, they enjoy, immediately all of the sudden they destroy. And this is something that when you begin to look at the value of what you have just destroyed, it's not something you can just come out immediately, okay, go and get another one. But when something is destroyed, like when a building, when I look at what currently happened there, and with Palestine and Israel, I'll see a lot of buildings being destroyed. And now ask myself, for how many years this building has been there? So will it take, the building has been there, and I just imagine the numbers of years or months or weeks it took to build that building. And within a minute, within 30 seconds, such building immediately destroyed.
We are even going too far. What about us in Nigeria here? We're talking of people, we are going too far.
Yes,
it's happening here.
Of course it's happening here too. Like the killings, the NSAT, or what happened in the NSAT as well. So it has to do with misunderstanding, and also the I would like to emphasize more on the self-image conflict, because it happened to be the worst of the types of conflict. Because I myself, coming here today, if I have that self-image conflict, I would not be here today. I will have said, what will I go and do? Will I be able to talk? Will I be able to do this thing? And I want to destroy oneself.
That self can lead to low esteem, low self-esteem.
Yes, it leads to low self-esteem. So but if there's conflict in the environment, like conflict happen in what we are seeing in Nigeria today, what you have seen in Lagos State, you see and when you have self-image you don't have self-image conflict, but conflicts happen in the environment, but that will not affect you much than when you have to do with your own self-image conflict, because we have the political, the marriage conflict, and then the religious conflict, like what we have been seeing that happen between one religion to the other. And recently what happened, there's something that happened in Osun State, I don't know whether we are aware, between an herbalist and then some Muslims, it's a clash. So, and when it happens like that, it always comes with lives lost.
Reason of lives, okay.
So it's very, very important that before that thing goes to that escalate. If there's a way we can, because most of the times, if you look at even people, those that are behind even this, we look at all these leaders that are even behind this, they are still alive. This always affects the people, the innocent souls.
Most lives are gone.
Most lives are gone.
All right.
You can imagine, we do a few days in South Africa, like more than 70 people, when I saw 70, not even 7. Those like that don't even know anything about the issues, and they just die like that, and they have gone.
And they have gone forever.
They have gone forever. So at the end of the day, we now sit down and say, okay, how can we go about it? Well, all of the lives that have been lost, are they going to come back again? No.
All right, thank you so much. For me here, to knowing the causes and steps and types of this conflict, what you just said now can also be grouped in two ways: internal and external causes. Because when it's internal, like husband and wife, those are internal ones. Your colleagues in the office.
It can the internal one. It's about office conflicts. Because when you also have issue with for instance, when you have issue with your employer, you talk about a task conflict, when you are being given a particular job to fulfill. And then you meaning the task, and employer believe that, okay, this is what I'm paying you for to do. And then the day you didn't meet the required demands. There will be conflict.
So those
because the employers they are looking for to protect their own brand image as well. So it also causes
So that is true. So thank you so much for then. We'll take a break now. Come and continue. Vivid View. Say and do.
This is Vivid View.